I've made a lot of videos over the year, I believe 624 to be exact as of the time of uploading this, and some of them obviously are going to be more popular than others. So today I will be reviewing my 3 most popular videos, talking about what they were about, why I think they got so popular, and whether they were worth the views or not. I'm going to be just watching a bit of each one on YouTube, kind of talking about the quality and the pacing of each video. You'll see a little bit more when we get into it. One thing to note before we get started, there is a NitroType cash giveaway going on. $25 million is being given away. One person will be selected as the winner on August 1st of 2024, so you have till this Thursday to enter. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. I will link that video in the description of this video to watch after you watch this one. Alright, so the first video is how I earned $1 billion on NitroType. It is my 3rd most popular video as of the time of making this recording with 1,900 views. I believe this just got popular because it was about NitroType cash, and this wasn't the oldest video in the world, it was 9 months ago, so I imagine the quality is somewhat decent, so let's get into this. NitroType cash has been a very important part of the game, pretty much since it came out, and ever since 2018, back when I joined. One of my big goals was to get to $1 billion of NitroType cash. I can say I have finally done that, with the help of quite a few techniques and some generous donations from fans. Yeah, generous donations is a big thing. Overall, so far, the quality is pretty good. I like how I didn't start with how's everyone going or some basic introduction like that. I started with a hook. So when you're writing an essay, you don't start with exactly what the essay is going to be about with your name and stuff. That's usually not how they're structured. Usually, there's a hook that will draw your readers in the same way with making videos, there's a hook to draw your viewers in. So I would never recommend being like, what's up everyone, my name is whatever, today's video is about this. That's fine, it works, it's clear, concise, to the point, but it's not very interesting, and it will contribute more than likely to more people clicking off the video earlier. That's one of the biggest problems that most YouTubers face, including myself. So yeah, it's a good thing I started with the hook, but you'll see with these other videos I did not. So yeah, one thing to point out. Fans, as you can see, I am now at $1 billion. I'm actually a decent one. Yeah, that's the most amount of cash. Well, it's close to the most amount of cash I've ever had on my account at once. Way past it. I'll explain how that happened in a second. First, I would like to show the clips from the live stream where I got those donations. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to go to the live stream. I talk a lot before I start that. Oh, there's probably NitroType cash giveaway. There's like one mentioned in every single one of these videos. This is my old streaming setup, as you can see, with the keyboard angle. Alright. It was also really quiet. Oh my gosh. Dreams. Yeah, so this is a dream. This was a donation from Dreams. This person has donated a lot of cash to me, so appreciated that if you're watching. 20 million is a lot. What else? I think there might have been, yeah. Spooky Sharky also donated a lot of money, 30 million, that was a lot. Vibes with 1 million, yeah, so that got me to 1.031 billion. So yeah, that's the live stream clip. You can tell there's definitely, I don't know how well this is going to come through on video, but there's definitely a lot of artifacting around some of the moving objects. Methods I've used over the years to get quite a bit of NitroType cash. Let's get one very obvious one out of the way first. Donations from fans. So basically then I just talk about more or less how to get more cash on NitroType, which I've done the video before, most people have. It's a pretty standard topic to talk about, nothing too special. Basically just complete the season events, have NitroType Gold, be a YouTuber and get donations. This is pretty much how you do it. But yeah, overall quality for this video. Quality was decent. There was background music. The audio didn't sound too bad. It definitely sounded like I boosted it a little bit in post, which is always appreciated. It looks alright. The encoding could be a little bit better. So yeah, overall looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this one. Do I think it's worth the 1,900 views? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, $1 billion on NitroType's a pretty big achievement, and being able to tell others how to do that is pretty cool. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so this next one is how to reduce lag and disconnections. I believe this one has like 2.2 thousand. I can check. I have a little stats page here. Yeah, 2.2 thousand. So yeah, let's just get into this. I don't remember anything about this video, so we'll see how it goes. Hi everybody, it's Isaac here, back with another video. Yeah, that's the exact hook you do not want to use. So, today's video, I'm going to be doing something I've done before. However, it's been a few months and people still complain about this. Before we get started, there is currently a NitroType. Okay, so I don't talk about exactly what I'm going to do, except I start with a very direct and boring hook. So that's a problem. The audio also sounds worse. It could just be how much younger was I in this? It was 2 years ago. So I was 16 at the time, so I definitely sounded younger. Other than that, it sounds like I'm in a larger room, which is funny because every single video I've recorded, minus maybe 1 or 2, has been at this desk in this corner of my room forever. That's how it's always been. So I don't think it's that. I think it's just bad processing, or post-processing didn't go as planned. I don't do any EQ post-process, but I do boost the audio, so maybe that was it. I also may have had the mic too far from my mouth. It was my old microphone too, so it didn't sound as good as the current one I'm using. Yeah, but let's move on. NitroType cash giveaway going on. I'll link that video in the description. It explains how to enter.
It doesn't cost you anything, just gives you a chance to earn some NitroType cash. But yeah, let's get into today's video. Today's video I'll be talking about how to kind of help get rid of lags and disconnections on NitroType.
So we're 25 seconds in and I'm just now telling the viewers what the video is about. Usually the nice thing about having a creative hook at the beginning is that it will tell them almost immediately what it's about, or at least introduce them to a situation in which they can figure out what it's going to be about.
And I have decent internet and I have a good computer. It's a gaming laptop. And
Yep, that gaming laptop still works really well, by the way. I only built a PC because I felt like it, and I like building computers. But back on topic, I don't believe this video is scripted. The one that I'm watching here, this one on the screen, is not scripted. Most of my videos now have a script to them, every single one, including this one off to the side here. There is a script with all the stats I'm going to need to reference for this video. If it's an advice video, it's literally a script typed out and I read from it. I do kind of make creative side trails sometimes, but most of the time I stick to the script, because otherwise I'll start rambling and things will just get messy. But yeah, this one I don't believe sticks to the script. I guarantee you I'm probably going to talk about clearing browser cache, getting a better computer, and if there's lag, like actual frames stuttering, pages taking forever to load, that's more than likely your computer. NitroType is very easy to run in terms of internet wise. I can run NitroType on a really slow internet connection. I've tried on really slow internet connections. It usually works okay as long as the latency's fine. But if your computer's slow, most people race on Chromebooks, so they probably experience lag because of their computer. Let's see if I say that or not.
I still have, like, not lag, but times where pages don't want to load, stuff like that.
That happens, even on fast computers sometimes, though.
I guarantee you it's probably not your internet.
Yeah, it's almost always your computer. Sometimes it can be. NitroType servers, and I think I might mention this in the video, NitroType servers sometimes are weird too.
So then what could it be? Well, sometimes, unfortunately, it's just NitroType servers. Sometimes they're just...
It is. Sometimes.
Stressed. I don't know what it is. I'm not an expert with servers.
A couple years ago, I believe that's when they first introduced the CAPTCHA system, like the basic anti-cheat. That took a lot out of their servers, I believe, because that's when people started experiencing issues.
I'm better with computer hardware than I am server congestion.
Servers are basically computer hardware, but I can see what you're trying to say here.
But yeah, sometimes they get busy, and your individual connection may be tampered with from time to time. It's pretty normal for servers, you know, even with good internet, you'll see some lag.
Okay, I can tell right away this is definitely not scripted. I'm rambling. Definitely not the highest quality, but that's okay. You don't have to have a script to be good quality if you're good at just winging it, but I'm definitely not good at winging it here. So overall quality, I'm not going to go any further into this video. You can watch it if you want to. Is the quality worth 2.2 thousand views? No, definitely not. Why is this video popular? Because lag and disconnection, two things that a lot of NitroType players deal with. That's all I really have to say about this video. It was decent. It definitely wasn't worth the 2.2 thousand views, but I'm appreciative to have that many views. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's move on to the next one. And last but certainly not least, we have my custom keyboard build. This has 3.4K views, which is a lot of views. 3,400, which is way more than most videos I will make so far. This video was a lot of work. This was the first video I ever made in this style. This video was one of the first decent quality ones I made, so let's see how it goes.
To another video, everyone. My name is Isaac, and today...
Okay, this mic is really quiet in this video.
This video, I will be building my very first custom keyboard. This video is not sponsored by anyone. These
That's always important to note. If you're using products in your video, you should probably mention whether or not it's sponsored.
are all parts that I purchased myself with my own money. This is the Monsgeek M1. It is a $100 aluminum keyboard.
I still use this kit. It's very good.
Kit 75% layout, which I think is really great. Probably one of the best ones out there. We're just going to get started with the unboxing experience.
Okay, so I didn't have my microphone muted when I recorded this footage, which is kind of concerning. Also, the quality of the webcam is really bad. It's my old webcam. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but I definitely should have used either a phone camera or probably my brother's actual camera. That would be way better. So not the greatest there, but oh well.
It's pretty standard unboxing experience, nothing fancy, but again, a lot of...
okay, so I just unbox things.
Has a nice coiled cable. Although I definitely won't use it. I prefer the look of straight cables to coiled ones. I just think coiled cables look kind of tacky.
They do, in my opinion. I think they look good in some builds, though.
Probably just with, well...
Okay, so I basically just talk about this unboxing.
Back, you use the provided hex wrench that comes with it, or you could use your own, I guess, if you have one. Before those...
Okay, so it looks like this is mostly... Oh, my windows. So basically, just talk through the mods and the building process, and I definitely did not do a good job of keeping my head out of the shot. As you can see, you'll see several times the back of my head appears in the camera.
Metal contact.
You can see my amazing buzz cut.
This is kind of pointless in plastic cases, but in metal one.
I also redid this modification many times on the Force Break mod, like at least twice when I was building it, so
it's like this, it's very
interesting. Also, that fade is way too long. Oh, and an ad. Lovely. I always get an ad on my own videos, which is weird because my videos aren't monetized.
Just cutting out my own case foam. It comes with EVA foam, and it's pretty nice. It feels nice, but I prefer the sound of PE foam, even if it's not quite as good at absorbing superfin. In the stabilizers.
Okay, so this is definitely a very good close-up of why my old webcam got replaced. We can see here, quality's not good, very pixelated, very grainy, probably just wasn't encoded the best. I probably could get better quality out of it if I really wanted to. Also, you can tell I'm definitely not on prescription acne medication yet, and my facial hair is still very much growing in.
For those of you who are beginners,
But this was over a year ago. It was back in May. It was like June of last year.
know what I'm talking about.
I was
There
only
are a lot of
17.
fantastic tutorials out there. Stabilize it.
So I didn't show how to lube the stabilizers because that's kind of boring and there's a bunch of tutorials.
tape mod.
So actually, good job, Isaac, on that because that would have just been boring to include. So this is another shot taken from either my webcam or my phone. Definitely not good quality, but it looks
I did
okay.
have my PCB connected to the JST connector, and then that was connected with the USB-C cable to the computer. But when you do the tape mod, you want to disconnect it so that you don't accidentally touch something on the PCB while it's active. That could
Yeah,
short.
you don't want to do that. Most PCBs are coated with something so that if you can even spill things on them if they're not active, and it should fix just over time by drying it. I believe you can also use isopropyl alcohol to dry things faster because it evaporates really fast. But yeah, be careful if you're building a keyboard. If you're doing anything where you're actually going to have the potential to accidentally touch part of the circuit board, which you shouldn't do anyway, then make sure all the power is drained from the board.
Short it, and then you'd be out one PCB. You'd have to order a new one. I don't believe their warranty covers any sort of accidents like that.
Yeah, most of the time if you do something dumb and break your thing, they won't cover it in warranty. So it looks like I do the tape mod. My tape mod's really weird because I went around all of the screws for the stabilizer, so if I were to replace them, it wouldn't be that hard. What I would do in the future is just make a sheet of tape and then put that in under the PCB rather than go around everything. I think that would achieve most of the same sound profile without the pain in the butt that this was. Alright, so then it looks like I just go through the rest of the build. Sound test, that's what we want. Sound test.
As you
So-
can see, I did use that is what the final board looks like. And now a sound test of the completed board.
That's not actually what it looks like because I replaced the arrows, but I think I did mention that. You can hear me breathing into the microphone too. That's kind of unfortunate, but I couldn't. I didn't really feel like reshooting that scene, so I didn't. Always good to have references. Mouse click. Sounds pretty much the same, except the stabilizers in here sound better because these badly need to be relubed, but I haven't had the time, nor do I really care that much. So that's that video. Is it worth 3.4 thousand views? I would say so. I put in a lot of work into that video. That took hours and hours and hours and hours of actually making the video. Most of the time I take 2 days to make a video, and it's not because a video takes 2 days, it's because I'm very busy between work and college applications and scholarship applications and things like that. But this video actually would have taken a couple days to make. So I definitely enjoy the fact that my hard work actually got something for it. The other reason it's popular is just because the custom keyboard community is just way bigger than the NitroType community. That's just how it is. So if you search for a custom keyboard, especially one as popular as the Monolithic M1, if you make a video on that, you're more than likely going to get a fair bit of views on it. And that is pretty much it for today's video. If you did enjoy, it would be fantastic if you consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I apologize for not making a bunch of videos lately. My internet's been out for almost 2 weeks, and it just came back on Thursday, and then I had things to do on the internet before I got to this. So with that out of the way, have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next one.